as we celebrate, honor the legacy of one of our own, the great son of Africa, the continental icon, Dr. Kenneth David Buchizia Kaunda, a man who was humble, very principled, a leader of integrity, a fountain of knowledge and wisdom, a fighter, a devout Christian, with a very powerful, sound heart, a people's leader and a people's person, a selfless statesman, a Pan-African par excellence, a key architect of the liberation struggle. The liberation of Africa is incomplete without the mention of the name Kenneth Kaunda, an example of what one nation can do to birth and benefit others. We've lost an African son, an African liberation stalwart, on whose shoulders we all stand as Africans, as progressive people of the world. What is more critical and fundamental is that President Kaunda died being treated at a local hospital. That he was at a local hospital speaks volumes about the man he was. It says a lot about his love for his own country and his own continent. By so doing, he taught us that it must never be the preoccupation of any of our leaders, or any leader for that matter, to self-enrich, self-aggrandize, to run a personal vendetta by primitively accumulating state resources, raiding coffers of the state and taxpayers' money to line one's own pocket. His leadership style, values, principles, vision, aspirations, and indeed dreams all point to a man whom we must always and all emulate. His great legacy is a great generational inspiration. He taught us love, he taught us solidarity, he taught us peace, he taught us love, he taught us how to become together. And all these important values have become our new African slogans and our new African objectives, and indeed our new African ideals. As a young African, I'm a firm believer, a big believer in KK self-determination ideals. I'm a big believer in the African dream. I'm a big believer in the new Africa. I'm a big believer in the great Africa. I'm a big believer in the future where Africa is a champion in the League of Nations. I'm a big believer in the future where Africa is united. Yes, the United Nations of Africa, not just the United States. We are bigger than states. We are nations. We need to be united as a people. I'm a big believer of this African dream, the dream where leadership is going to be a standard, effective leadership a standard and a template on the continent. I'm a big believer where African entrepreneurship is going to dominate, drive, and catapult the whole world into new levels of stardom. I'm a big believer in this Africa. I must say that from day one, our KK never compromised on this dream of a big Africa. He was key, he was clear on the key principles of self-determination, independence, economic freedom, and transformation. Dr. KK taught us that going forward, we need to make sure that Africa is united. Unity is our source of strength. Unity is our source of creativity. Unity is our source of our forward thrust in terms of achieving what we want to achieve as a continent. We are a great people because we stand on the shoulders of this giant and many other giants. Haile Selassie, Julius Kambarage Mwalimu Nyerere, Samora Machel, Nelson Mandela Rolihlahla, and many others. Thomas Sankara. Those who drove the vision for a new Africa. People like Kwame Nkrumah. It would not be adequate to talk about Africa without the mention of these great names. But greatness is not just in the names, it's also in the ideas they espoused. And this is why Dr. KK's example is a yardstick and a standard to the future, a signal to what the call of duty is and what we are supposed to do. President Kaunda retired but never got tired. He never left the duty. He left office but did not leave the obligations and assignments that call to duty to a generation. He taught us that leadership is a responsibility. He taught us that leadership is accountability. He taught us that leadership is selflessness. He taught us that leadership is industry and hard work. He taught us that leadership is indomitable will and determination. He taught us that leadership is identity and dignity. He taught us that leadership is about values and principles. Dr. KK taught us that independence is, as is development of nations, a responsibility of all. He taught us that passing on the baton and leaving office is what leadership is all about. He taught us that to lead is to live. He taught us that the baton of leadership must be passed on, and that is what accountability is all about. He taught us that leadership is about thinking about others, not about self. Selflessness redefined. He taught us that longevity is a product and function of indomitable will, standing where you were and where you must and where you shall. He taught us that success is hard work. He taught us that nothing comes cheap. It's about service and sacrifice. It requires determination. Our self-determination is anchored on our identity. He taught us that we must celebrate the rainbowness of our diversity. But diversity is beautiful. He taught us that color comes out of diversity. He taught us that a beautiful garden has different shades of colors. He taught us that divergence is a source of strength, and divergence is indeed strength. Dr. KK taught us that policies, ideas, ideology, institutions, diversity, and tolerance are important in shaping nations. His mantra, in the name of a great Africa, that forward ever and backward never, forward always and backwards never. Two wrongs don't make a right. One Zambia, one nation shall continue to be an inspiration to our one Africa, one people mantra. Dr. KK taught us also that ideas that are great are contagious and infectious. He taught us that wisdom from the ancient wells of the African wisdom is infectious. Him and many others who contributed to the liberation of Africa had ideas that were bigger than themselves. They had thoughts that were bigger than self and acted bigger than self. They had interest bigger than self and were never driven by narrow or petty interest. They were never driven by self-serving motives. They were driven by the collective motive. They were driven by the common denominator and not the numerator factors of the South. Dr. KK taught us that ideas make a nation. He also taught us that teams make great nations. He taught us that love and unity is what makes nations great. He taught us that industry and hard work would make a nation great. A united people, one people, can always be a great people and can never be defeated. Such was his lesson and his lesson to us as young Africans. His ideas were rooted in and on the African soil. His philosophy, imagination, and ideology was anchored on the African soil. His dreams, aspirations, hopes were all ensconced in and on the African soil. His assignment was all about enriching this African soil. His ideas is the water that continues to water the trees of liberty on this African soil. His contribution in leadership, the care and solidarity, the support, the refuge, the direction and the encouragement, the comfort that he gave to the liberation movements is unparalleled and will continue to be a pointer in the legacy of this great man. Going forward, you will never be forgotten. Going forward, as young Africans, we will look at our Dr. KK as one who gave us pointers and an indication, being the author of our indefatigable determination, arousing our zeal and our appetite for a great continent, a great Africa, that new Africa. And he has taught us that in serving each other, we become free and we make the world a better place. We are a family together. We are one person, one love, one unit and one entity. And we have one past and therefore one glorious future. It is so disheartening that some of the few retrogressive African leaders who are dictators, who are tyrants, have run berserk and amok and are running the risk of undermining the great legacy and contribution of our firebrand forebears, particularly Dr. KK, Julius Malema, and many others, by emptying the liberation and independence of its true meaning. Not only are they depriving Africans, young and old, the real fruits of liberty and independence, the liberation fruits, they are also now destroying and causing to wilt that important tree of liberty on the African continent and on the African soil. Let me say, liberation without transformation is meaningless. Liberation without development and democracy is hollow, unsustainable, unstable, and therefore not worth it. We must defend the gains of the liberation struggle by transforming our continent, developing our continent, democratizing our continent, and revolutionize our systems, institutionalize governance and good governance on the continent. The future of Africa, a new Africa, is great. The great Africa is only going to be built on the foundation of visionary leadership, unity, partnership, entrepreneurship, innovation, statesmanship, values of craftsmanship, and that way we'll be able to drive and spur Africa to levels of stardom. We need great ideas, not just great men. We must build strong institutions and avoid building strong men who use force and violence to marshal citizens into a particular direction. We need leaders and not rulers. Dr. KK, thank you for the great work. You fought a good fight. You ran your race. You fought great. On behalf of the new Africa, rest in power, our Dr. KK. Father Africa. Africa will rise. Africa must rise. Africa will shine. Africa must shine. Your legacy is our call to duty. We are ready to take our mantle. One Africa, one people. We'll do it. We are there. I thank you. Take your part. Play your role. It is well. God bless Africa. God bless Zambia. God bless the world. Bye-bye.